Greetings, visionaries. This is your host, the INFJ Visionary, and maybe going a little slightly off INFJ specific topics today. We've been on a bit of a roll with that, though, I have to say. But um, the thing I really want to talk about today is digital burnout in the modern world, uh, the hamster wheel that we find ourselves on. And I'll do my best to tie this back into INFJness, but let's just say that as an INFJ, you're probably a little more sensitive to this than most other people, if only because you tend to be a bit more aware of trends. Tend to be a bit more aware of the time and place that we find ourselves in. I think, I could be wrong. I may just be speaking for myself. The thing is with the fact the digital matrix was already burning people out before the AI even hit the scene. And now I am a quote unquote content creator. This is one of my projects. I do lots of things where I'm creating quote unquote content. I'm also an artist who creates art. And there's a balance that needs to be struck between what you create and what you expect from the world in the way of a reaction to it. And I think this is the real crux of the issue with the digital burnout, because in the modern world, if you are, say, a content creator, you essentially are the product. You have to market what you are. You have to show up consistently. And if you really want to succeed, I think, in the modern digital milieu, you need to adjust and moderate what it is you're doing so that, by the way, I can see when I upload a video. I tend not to look right away because the purpose of this channel is just to communicate with you, just to talk. It's not to chase after views and things like that. It's not to try and make a living off being an INFJ. But sometimes I can see that certain titles will resonate more or less. There has been a bit of playing around with titles, but I've settled into a pattern now that I'm happy with. And so I don't mess with those very much now. Other than that, I never change the images. And the only thing that changes, really, other than a new image and a new title every week, is that your host, the visionary, shows up and starts talking. So what is interesting to me is that some videos will have quite a long viewing time, and then some videos will have a short viewing time. And I know it's all tied to the image, the title, and the content. It's these three things. The reason why YouTube gives me that information is that what I'm supposed to do is adjust my performance to juice the rankings. And in so doing, I will be more successful. Now, this is the root cause of digital burnout. I don't think working in the digital medium itself is going to burn you out. What will burn you out, though, and I just thought of a point that I really want to make, so I hopefully won't forget. And it ties directly into it, what will burn you out is inauthenticity. What will burn you out, INFJs, is projecting a facade that is not congruent with who and what you are as a person, or in the case, say, of a video, it's not congruent with really what I want to express at that moment in time. And what we do here is we essentially have a few ideas and we turn on the microphone and we do our 10-minute video every other day, and we just express our INFJness to other INFJs. And of course, everybody's welcome to take in this content and enjoy it or not, or ignore it. I honestly don't know how interesting it would be to most non-INFJs But getting back to the digital burnout thing, the social media is something that, in a sense, anybody that's actively engaged with putting posts on social media is a content creator, and they are going to experience the same pressures that your host, the INFJ visionary, does when he uploads a video. And when I say he, I identify as a dragon, but predominantly a male dragon. We do have some other little things going on, which I won't get into right now. We're supposed to modify that. We're supposed to get more views. We're supposed to get more attention. Well, the thing is, how do you do that? Well, you do that by making sure that whatever ideas you're expressing are going to appeal to the largest group of people, and assuming it's people, and I guess in some cases dragons, that are taking in your content. So the real key, it seems to me, is not to get too esoteric, not to get, too. This is one of my big critiques of the INFJ space on YouTube, and the people that have sometimes really great ideas for videos. But, I hover over them and I see the B-roll, and I know that it's going to be some sort of AI voice talking. And I have to ask myself, why are you doing this? What's the point? Why do I want to hear? And as far as I know, maybe you just ask the AI to write you an essay about whatever. I mean, it will happily do so. All you don't believe me, just go to any AI that you have access to and say, write me an essay about some INFJ topic so I can make a video. It will happily do it. And then you can say, hey, you know what, why don't you go ahead and read that? And then get yourself some B-roll, and you've got yourself an INFJ channel. Um, I don't want to. I'm really close to naming names, but I won't, because I don't have anything against these people. They're out there. I assume there's got to be people at some point. I don't think we're at the place in time where AI is going to decide to start an INFJ channel. Um, anyway, pulling this back to the burnout. So if you're a content creator of any type, you are going to be susceptible to the burnout if you are trying to become more popular, more acknowledged, and heaven help you if you want to try and get paid. This is a real problem. We are in this sort of transitionary phase, humanity, where we're rapidly moving from a place where you get money for doing things you don't want to do, or you get money for doing things that you do very well that other people can't do, and you use that to support yourself and have a life and buy all the things that you might want. The thing is that on a daily basis, things that were valuable are no longer valuable. And the digital matrix will just grind you up, chew you up, spit you out. My response to this is very simple. I don't care. And it's been a while since we talked about that. IDC, you need to remember those three letters because they need to be invoked increasingly. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. Hone in on what it is you care about. Now, if you're younger, it's a little more challenging for you because you've been swimming in this digital water your whole life in a lot of cases. For those of us that are a bit older, we remember, frankly, a better time, a happier time before all of this. And I'm not saying that I'm any kind of Luddite. I engage with digital media on a regular basis. But the thing that creates meaning many times in life is limitation. If you only have 10 books to read, those 10 books are going to be quite significant to you. On the other hand, if you have 100,000 books that you could read, you might end up reading none of them because it's overwhelming. There's too much going on. And this is the reason for the digital burnout. There's too much going on. And if you are creating content in any way, guard your soul. First of all, you have to just put up what you do because it's authentic to how you felt in the moment. I'm not saying you need to define yourself long term. Put it up, put it out, and sure, you can see if anyone dug it, and if they did, great. And if they didn't, great. Anyway, that's what I have to say about digital burnout today. until I come back in a couple more. Keep on keeping on, INFJ.